Welcome to the deep dive. We heard you wanted to get into Diana Wynne Jones's Howl's Moving Castle, so that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, this is going to be your quick guide sort of to the heart of the story.
Exactly. We'll hit the relationships, the magic, the twists, all the good stuff.
Our mission, really, is to pull out those key bits so you get that aha moment without feeling buried in detail.
You get a solid feel for it fast.
We're aiming for that satisfying click, where it all makes sense. Let's navigate this world together.
Okay, so let's dive in.
Yeah.
It all starts with Sophie Hatter, doesn't it?
Right. Pretty ordinary life, working in a hat shop.
Until, bam, the Witch of the Waste shows up.
And just slaps this curse on her, turns her into an old woman.
Can you even imagine? 1 minute young, the next, completely different. The shock must have been immense.
But what's really interesting is how she reacts, almost.
Yeah.
Practically.
Yeah, not total despair, right?
Yeah.
More like, okay, this is weird, what now?
Exactly. That practicality, it tells you a lot about her right away. It's not your typical fairy tale damsel situation.
So she figures she can't stay where she is, needs shelter.
And heads for the most obvious place?
Yeah.
Not. She goes for Howl's Moving Castle.
The Wizard Howl, yeah. The one with a pretty scary reputation. Eating hearts and all that.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't exactly send an RSVP.
Huh. No, she basically just lets herself in.
Pretty much walks in, says she needs a place for the night. Bold.
Very bold. She figures maybe he deserves it with his reputation.
But her plan is just temporary. A quick stop. Or so she thinks.
Famous last words. She has no idea what she's walking into.
So once inside, her first impressions are kind of telling.
Right. She meets Michael, Howl's apprentice.
And he's surprisingly polite. Not what you'd expect.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
She sees him doing these, odd magical experiments, bubbling green stuff.
Strange powders. It really sets the tone for how weird that household is.
Totally. And then there's the castle itself. It's not, fixed in one place.
Oh, not at all. It moves, literally. And the doors?
The doors, they don't just go to other rooms.
Nope. Open one and you're looking at hills. Like rolling green hills.
Open another, boom, you're in a seaport.
Yeah.
Port Haven.
Right. And then there's the black one.
Which goes to nothing, just emptiness.
Just this void. It's like the castle exists in several places or maybe realities at once.
It's wild.
Mm.
And it feels like it reflects Howl himself somehow. Unpredictable.
That instability, yeah. It mirrors the magic in the book, too. Things aren't always what they seem. The castle's almost a character.
And powering it all is Calcifer.
The fire demon bound to Howl by some kind of bargain.
A secret contract. Classic fantasy trope, right? But there's a catch.
Always is. Their whole dynamic is fascinating from the start.
So Sophie's there, she's old, the place is bizarre. And what does she do?
She decides to stay.
Which is weird, because she wanted a quick exit.
Exactly. And not just stay. She sort of appoints herself the cleaning lady.
Just like that. Right, this place is a mess, I'm cleaning it.
Pretty much. It seems small. Maybe just a way to feel useful.
Or maybe something else. A way to snoop.
Well, it definitely gives her a purpose.
Mm.
But yeah, more importantly, it's her way in.
A way to explore, to figure out the secrets from the inside out.
Turning cleaning into, detective work.
Okay, so imagine Sophie, this old woman now, tackling the sheer chaos of that castle, mop in hand.
She goes room by room, the main floor, even the bathroom.
And through the grime, she starts seeing the inhabitants more clearly.
Definitely gets a handle on Howl's priorities.
Yeah. His appearance, super important. A clean bathroom, less so.
All about the perfectly coiffed hair. Vanity, big time.
And then Michael, the apprentice, she catches him trying to, squirrel away money.
Every spare coin.
Oh.
Suggests maybe being a wizard's apprentice isn't that lucrative.
Or maybe just Michael being resourceful. It adds layers, these details.
It does. Howl's vanity could be a front, right? Defense. And Michael's practicality contrasts with Howl's drama, makes them feel real.
Yeah, exactly. And she starts noticing that weird doorknob.
Ah, the one with the colors.
Green, blue, red, black. Each one a different destination for the front door.
Green's the hills near Market Shipping, her hometown.
Blue is Port Haven, the seaport. Red is Kingsbury, where the king is.
And black is still that creepy void.
It's like a map to the castle's shifting geography, always changing.
That constant shifting really hammers home the themes, doesn't it? Illusion, identity, nothing stays put.
Makes you wonder if locations reflect Howl's mood or something.
Could be. And speaking of Howl, we see more of his dramatic flair.
Oh, yeah. His reaction to Sophie cleaning. So over the top.
Collapsing in despair over a bit of dust. He really hates anything unpleasant.
And the hair dyeing, that whole sequence is hilarious, but also Revealing.
Such a performance. It feels like his go-to move to create drama to avoid dealing with actual problems.
But while she's cleaning and he's having crises, Sophie's picking up clues.
The deeper secrets, yeah. Calcifer keeps hinting about his contract with Howl.
Right, this mysterious magical deal. Sophie really wants to figure that out.
And Michael's secret little stash? Not just money.
No, there's that blue ribbon, the spun sugar rose. Suggests he's got a secret crush.
Someone he's hiding from Howl, maybe? These little threads pull you in. You know there's more going on.
Definitely. You sense these hidden currents are going to matter later. Calcifer's contract feels central.
Absolutely. And then we find out Howl actually has, like, real responsibilities.
Yeah, it's not all just vanity and avoiding things. The king has given him a job.
A pretty serious one. Find the king's missing brother, Prince Justin.
And also deal with the Witch of the Waste, the one who cursed Sophie.
So under all the drama, he's involved in major state affairs. Kind of changes how you see him, doesn't it?
It adds a layer. Suggests maybe there is some substance there, some sense of duty, even if he complains about it constantly.
Maybe the drama is how he copes with the pressure.
Could be. And then things get even weirder because Sophie starts doing magic. Accidentally.
Right. She doesn't even know she's doing it, like with Howl's suit.
That gray and scarlet one, she's just mending it.
And boom, she charms it. Makes it irresistible to women. Whoops.
Magical makeover by mistake. And later, she yells at a scarecrow.
And accidentally curses it to move really fast. It just zooms off.
From inanimate to speedy.
Yeah.
It shows she has this power inside her, right? Even as an old woman.
Yeah, this latent magic. Her curse might not just be a limitation. Maybe it unlocks something.
And that scarecrow. Hang on. This is a big one. It's not just a scarecrow.
No way. Turns out it's actually made up of two people.
Wizard Solomon, Andy D. Prince Justin. The guys Howl is supposed to be looking for.
They're combined somehow into the scarecrow. It's one of those brilliant twists.
Totally changes everything you thought about the scarecrow just hanging around.
Makes you rethink earlier scenes. Classic Diana Wynne Jones.
The twists keep coming. Miss Angorian.
The school teacher pursuing Howl.
Yeah. Seems like just someone with a crush. But nope.
She's a fire demon, like Calcifer, but way more hostile.
Seems Howl attracts the non-human types.
It ramps up the danger considerably. She's not just a rival, she's a real threat.
Makes Howl's attempts to dodge her seem a bit less like cowardice,
Oh.
maybe.
A little more justified, yeah. It shows how much hidden magic is just under the surface in their world.
So Sophie's trying to figure out the Hell Calcifer contract all this time?
And then she accidentally breaks it.
How's that happen again? It involves Calcifer's heart?
Yeah, Howl's heart is literally being held by Calcifer. Sophie, in a moment of compassion or something, pushes it back into Howl's chest.
And that severs the magical bond. Wow. Huge consequences.
Massive turning point. Changes everything for Howl and Calcifer. And again, shows Sophie's power, even if it's unintentional.
So things really come to a head then. Big magical showdowns.
Right. The Witch of the Waste is dealt with. Miss Angorian, the fire demon, is defeated.
Prince Justin and Wizard Solomon get separated and restored. Back to normal.
And amidst all that chaos, Howl and Sophie finally admit they have feelings for each other.
It's earned after everything they've been through. A really satisfying moment.
Absolutely. And the ending, it's not some grand palace thing.
No, they don't stay in the moving castle, do they?
They move. Howl, Sophie, Michael, and Calcifer chooses to come too, even though the contract's broken.
Where do they go?
To a hat shop, back in Market Shipping, Sophie's town.
Wow, really? That's surprisingly normal, grounded.
Isn't it? After all the crazy magic, maybe it suggests happiness is about connection, not castles.
A simple life they choose together. I like that. It kind of subverts the usual fantasy lending.
It does. So, wrapping up our deep dive here, think about Sophie. Her ordinary actions, just being curious, cleaning up.
They have these huge, extraordinary results.
And how appearances were always shifting. The castle, Howl, even Sophie herself. Nothing was quite what it seemed.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What hidden depths might be under the surface of things you encounter every day. Stories, information.
What might you discover if you just look a little closer? Something to mull over.
Definitely food for thought. Well, thanks for exploring this amazing moving world with us.